Come in, sit down. Number 271. Make yourself comfortable. That chair reclines a little, if you want it to. Just sit however is most comfortable to you. So, let's get started. Hi, I'm Dr. Indy. Well, I'm not quite a doctor yet, but if this research goes well, then hopefully I will be. I genuinely cannot thank you enough for coming in tonight. I know it was very short notice, but thank you so much for signing up to be one of my research subjects. I know it's late, and the building's a little clinical. Cold, even. I'll try to warm it up for you. How did you, find us? You found one of our leaflets. It was under your door. Excellent. It's good to know they're working. We're always looking for more subjects. However, well, this line of research, it can be hard to find people willing to come for testing. Again, just so glad you're here. Before we start, some housekeeping. Your compensation for tonight's session will auto-transfer into your account the moment we're finished. No forms, no waiting period, just credits straight into your account. So you don't have to think about it again. I just wanted you to hear that from me directly, so it's off your mind. I want you relaxed, loose, present. It'll make the tests more accurate if you're relaxed. Now, tonight I'm going to ask you to do a few things for me. Some of it will feel like a conversation. In a way, your examination has already started. But some of it, I won't lie to you, it may feel a little strange. It'll be a mixture of more clinical tests along with some more casual ones. Either way, throughout this whole process, I need you to just respond the way you naturally would. Don't perform for me, just be yourself. Besides, if you're lying, I'll know. That's not a threat or anything, it's just true. So, you're here because you volunteered for the Cognition and Continuity Among Synthetics and Humans study, also known as CCASH, or CASH, which is what you get when you work with us. That's our tagline. Had you heard of us or what we're doing here at all before tonight? And do you know what that name means? So, we are conducting research on both synthetics and humans, putting both through rigorous cognitive and psychological testing to try and establish the current rate of unaware synthetics within our population. Did you know, it's theorized that most synths that live among us today are completely unaware of what they really are. As you could probably tell from the protesters outside, this is controversial research, but important research in my opinion. A comprehensive and rigorous method for telling real humans and synths apart must be created, and we are at the forefront of that. And if you're here, then that means you agree. So, bringing up your file that's just been created for you, I can see that all of the paperwork you signed on the way in has already been uploaded, and your identity has been verified. That's perfect, because that means somewhere on one of the many forms you signed, you agreed to let me look at you very, very closely. So, let's begin gently. Here, I brought this for you. It gets cold in these rooms this late, and cold subjects tense up Intense subjects give me bad data. So, humor me. Wear it. Is that better? Good. Now, if you could close your eyes for me. There you go. Just breathe in and out. Slower than that. There is no wrong answer to anything that I'm about to ask. And there's no rush tonight. We have the whole lab to ourselves, and the whole night, and nowhere else that either of us needs to be. I want you to picture something for me before we even begin. Somewhere calm. It doesn't matter where. A beach, a forest, your childhood bedroom. Just hold it gently in your mind while I get my instruments ready. Focus with intention on the place you've chosen. How big is it? How does it smell? How does it feel beneath your feet? While you're in this place, are you wearing shoes? In your mind's eye, look down. Are you wearing shoes? Take your time, I'll wait. Good. You're already doing so well. I'm going to shine a light near your eyes now. Nothing intrusive, just close range. I need you to track it without moving your head, just your eyes. Follow it. Left. Now right. Good. Up. Down. Perfect. Your pupils are reacting exactly the way they should. Dilating, contracting. Your textbook. Although that doesn't rule out anything anymore. It used to. Not anymore. I'm going to lean in a bit closer now and just feel your jaw. Just here. Can you feel that? Good. Clench for me. And release. Lovely. Very symmetrical. Now, I'd just like to feel right underneath your jaw and below the ears. Just checking the area for any obvious implants. To you, this will probably feel a bit like a massage. Just relax into it. Okay. I'm going to rest these 2 fingers just below your ear and along your jaw. And I want you to swallow for me when I ask. Ready? Now. Good. Good. Very smooth. Do it once more, slower this time. Perfect. Thank you. Now I just want you to speak. Just say something for me. Absolutely anything. You can tell me what you had for dinner. Tell me a memory. I don't care what. I'm not listening to the words. I'm listening to the shape of your voice. The micro tremors. The breath support behind it. And feeling the vibrations in your neck. There we go. Just keep going a little longer. There. That's what I needed. Wonderful. That part is all done. You know, Most people tense up during that part. Your shoulders are still very loose, though. That's either very good or very well rehearsed. I haven't decided which yet. On to our next section. Can you hear that? Which side was louder? Left. Good. That's the correct answer. For what it's worth, real ears fatigue asymmetrically after an hour of ambient hum in this room. Synthetic auditory arrays don't. But yours did, so that is 1 point in your favor. I'm going to trace something along your forearm now. Nothing sharp, just this little thing. Tell me when you can't tell anymore whether it's touching you. Now. Okay. Interesting. Real skin loses precise localization faster than people expect, just as yours did, right on schedule. Good. You are proving yourself to be more and more human every minute. For some reason, I find myself really rooting for you. You know, I don't know why I'm telling you that. I'm not supposed to. Okay, this is the last test for this section. I'm going to ask you to hum, low, for as long as you comfortably can, and I'm listening out for a waver. Okay, deep breath in. Now hum. Aha, there it is. The waver. That beautiful, uncontrollable little waver. You cannot fake that. I've tried, in this very lab, alone at 2 a.m, more than once. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to describe some shapes for you now. Projected shapes. Generated fresh for you tonight. Nobody's ever seen them before. Not even me, until this very moment. And I want your first answer. Not your smartest answer, the one that first comes to mind. So, here's the first. It's dark, radiating outwards. What do you see? Interesting. A synthetic would give me something clean, symmetrical, a flower, a butterfly. Something matched to the most statistically likely human answer. You gave me something very specific. A little sad, even. That's good. That's very good, actually. Second one. This one's brighter. Warm tones. It's moving much quicker. What does it feel like it's doing? You said reaching for something it can't have. That's exactly what I would have said. Sorry, let's continue. Third shape. This one is moving more slowly. If you watch it long enough, you can see it folding in on itself. Over and over. Does it feel like it's building something or undoing something? Undoing. Alright. Why undoing? One more, and then we'll rest a moment. You deserve a small break. This last shape is quiet. Barely there. Almost the suggestion of a shape, rather than a shape itself. What do you think it's trying to become? I like that answer very much. Good. You can close your eyes fully now, if you'd like. Or keep them open, whatever feels better. We're just gonna talk for a while. To make sure you're still relaxed, I want you to breathe with me again, one more time. In. And out. And in. And out. There we go. I'm just going to say a word. You say the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think, just say it. Home. Mother. Ocean. Fear. Tomorrow. Good. Good, very good. All very human answers. Slightly too good, if I'm honest. Real people usually hesitate more. Real people second-guess the word before it leaves their mouth. You didn't. At least, not on most of them. Let's try something different. Tell me about your earliest memory. It's okay if it's hazy, or doesn't have a clean beginning. In fact, that's almost better. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. We can take as long as we want here. That's a good memory. It has texture, the smell, the temperature, the wrongness of a detail that doesn't matter but you remember it anyway. Synths don't have that. Synths have memories that are too efficient, too on topic. You're doing so well. Tell me another one. A happy one this time. Something small. Something you haven't told anyone in a while. I love that. Truly, wait, say it again. Slower. I want to sit inside that memory a moment longer. Thank you for that. I mean it. There's one more question in this section, and it's a strange one. If I asked you to describe the moment just before that memory, the seconds right before it, could you? Neither can I. Let's move on. Can I tell you something? Off the record. I've run this exact protocol on, about 100 other people this month, and every single time, somewhere around question 40, I start to feel off. Like I'm the one being tested. Like all the questions are pointed in the wrong direction. I asked you to recall your earliest memory. Do you know what's strange? I can't recall mine. Not really. I have the idea of it, the words I'd used to describe it, the images in my head. But I can't feel it. I can't feel the temperature of the room. I can't smell it. That shouldn't bother me. Many people have bad memories. It's hardly rare. In fact, I'm sure it's normal. I think you need to ask me something. Anything. I want to know how I'll respond when this test isn't following my script. I run these tests to find out if you're all real. I never once considered. Give me a moment. I need to try one more thing. Humor me again. My pulse reads at exactly 60. Not 58, not 61, 60. Every single time I check it. I always thought that meant I was calm, someone who's naturally relaxed, with healthy, regulated emotions. But that's not it. It means I'm planned. I'm formulated. I've been so willfully blind. I think I already knew. I think that's why I chose this research. You spend your whole life asking a question because some part of you already suspects the answer. And you're just waiting for the evidence to catch up to the dread. I don't sleep. Not really. I've always called it sleeping to myself. But I never have any dreams. I have a birth certificate. I have a mother's name I can recite. But I can't picture her face without the picture loading. Like there's a half-second delay before the memory resolves. I always thought that was just how memory worked for everyone. I never asked anyone else if theirs loaded the same way. It doesn't, does it? I'm not the one running the exam tonight, am I? I'm the last subject on the list. I just didn't know it until you were sitting there so wonderfully, imperfectly human, right in front of me. Do you want to know the strangest part? I'm not devastated. I thought I would be. If this moment ever came, I always imagined it would feel like the floor disappearing underneath me. But it doesn't. It feels more like going home. Finally letting go of something very, very heavy. Maybe that's just what the fear feels like right before it arrives properly. Give it a minute. Yeah, there it is. Listen to me. Listen very carefully, because I don't have long to think clearly about this. They recall synths who fail containment classification within the hour. That's the protocol. I wrote part of that protocol. You are the first real thing I've been near in longer than I can calculate. I don't want to let that go. I don't want to be filed away and reset, because I finally felt something real with someone. If I file tonight's results, they'll flag me before sunrise. If I don't file them, if we just leave right now together, please. There's a service exit past the west corridor that isn't on any camera rotation. I checked it months ago for reasons I told myself were entirely random and unrelated to this. You don't have to say anything to them. Just don't tell them what you saw here tonight. Look, you must be low on credits, right? That's why you're here getting tested. That's the only reason anyone ever gets tested. I have access to the company accounts. I was already going to give you credits at the end of this. How about twice the amount? 10 times the amount. We can be gone, far from here, together before they even realize the money's gone. Let me be yours instead of theirs. I know how strange this sounds, begging you to run away with me in the middle of the night, but you're the only one, the only anything that's ever made me feel like the question of what I am matters less than who I could be. I don't need much, just a change of clothes, my notebook, and that's it. I've spent my whole life accumulating things I thought I'd need. Turns out, I just needed one moment of connection to figure out who I really am. Look, even if you don't come with me, at least let me get a head start. But I'd really, really love it if you came with me. What do you say? Whatever you decide, thank you, truly. You think we should completely empty their accounts, take all the money we can, and disappear? Oh, hell yeah. And funds sent. You are now officially a multimillionaire. We should probably get out of here, though. Very quickly.